welcome here. Thank you for joining this session about Windows Phone. It's Windows Phone app development from zero to hero. Why from zero? Because when I talked to an organizer, they told me that nobody knows anything about Windows Phone, so I must start from the beginning, from the baseline. Okay, so it will be from completely zero to hero. I hope so. I'm not going here to talk about differences between systems, which system is the best one, or if you should choose Windows Phone or Android or iPhone, or it was a good choice to buy Nokia. I don't know. So please don't ask a question about Nokia. I will be glad. Okay, so a little introduction. My name is Rafał, and you can talk to me by my name. I'm Microsoft Technical Evangelist, and I'm working in Microsoft for about 6 years. My main focus technologies are Windows Phone, Kinect, DirectX, so game development, virtual reality is something we can talk about. I'm working for a developer and platform group. It's a part of Microsoft. When we touch the latest technology, when we touch something that will be on market in next year, in next 2 years. So today we can talk, and we will talk about Windows Phone app development. You can find my email address here. If you want to contact me, please. If you have any question about Microsoft technologies, let me know via email. That's okay. We received questions about our salaries, about our building in Warsaw. Yes, is it? For example, we've got parking on the -1 floor, and there are a lot of questions if in this parking we've got Windows developers I don't know, in cages or something that's writing code. So there are no stupid questions. Windows Phone. We must welcome Windows Phone in the whole Windows Phone, in whole Windows family. And first of all, the difference between Windows Phone and Windows 8. Windows Phone is phone only. Windows 8 is PCs, all-in-one, slates, tablets, and all the other devices. So if you want to develop an application for Microsoft Phone, you choose Windows Phone. When you want to develop applications for tablets, choose Windows 8. But if you have an application for tablets, it is available for laptops, all-in-ones, and all other devices with Windows 8. So the difference, Windows Phone is phone, and Windows 8 is Windows 8 for other devices. They have two different stores. So we've got Windows Phone Store and Windows 8 Store. Today we've got Xbox Store 2. Hope that it will be in Poland soon. I'm a big fan on Xbox, so I'm waiting for it. We've got Windows Phone App Development Center and Windows 8 Development Center, different two things. Okay, let's talk about Windows Phone and Windows 8. What are the similarity in those systems? When we look at Windows Phone 7, Windows Phone 7 is based on Windows CE core. But Windows Phone 8 and Windows 8 have the same kernel. They're sharing the same kernel. They are sharing some part of system. What does it mean? They've got some similar components, like kernel, as I said, network, graphics support, file system, etc. You can read it here. But it doesn't mean that if you've got application for Windows Phone, you can use it or you can install it on Windows 8. or if you've got Windows 8 application, you can use it in Windows Phone. Nowadays, it's not possible. So developing for both Windows 8 and Windows Phone is, I can say, easy. It's not a different thing, but you must have still two solutions for those two systems. Okay, when we first look at Windows Phone, those tiles, live tiles, we can see something called modern UX. You can remember the name Metro UX. We don't use Metro we don't use Metro UX now. We use modern UX. I'm not focusing on this UX now, but let me tell you about it a little bit. Those apps is based on one of the most popular Windows Phone control name, Panorama. I show you that because when you think about your app, your Windows Phone app, don't think about hardware and don't think about screen, don't think about screen resolution, don't think about screen size. Think about the app, but from the helicopter point of view, yes. Look, those app, maybe I can show you another one. It's a Polish radio app, Legimi, or my favorite, Metro Taxi app. Yes, when we look at those user interface, there are one thing, no groups or something, and when we have an app with those interface on our phone, our screen is just a little window which we switch on this user interface. So think about apps on Windows Phone from the high level, yes. Look at those apps in the high level, and your phone is just a window to look at your app. And that's the main principle of modern UX. You can read more about it on the site I'll show you in a minute. That's all about Metro UX. It's not a marketing presentation, so I'll not tell you that it's fast, fluid, great, it looks very, very nice. That's all. Apps distribution. We've got, on the market, we've got a lot of app distribution models. In Windows Phone, we've got Windows Phone Store, and that's the only one, the only option to distribute apps on Windows Phone devices. To distribute your applications, you should have a Windows Phone developer account. How to get it? If you've got MSDN subscription in your company, in your firm, you've got Windows Phone developer account for free. Yes, it's a part of MSDN subscription. If you're a student or you're working with educations or NGOs, you've got this Windows Phone developer account for free too. If not, if you're not a part of those two groups, you should pay $19 per year per developers to public apps on Windows Phone Store. You can public up to, I don't know, there was a threshold on 100 apps, 100 free apps per account, but now it's limitless, so you can publish any apps you want to. We've got different business models in Windows Phone Store. Of course, paid apps, trial apps, free apps. So we've got in-app purchases where we can put ads in your app, or you can put ads in your apps, and all of those models are in our SDK. We've got APIs classes that you can use to develop such models. Look at those tile. third-party transaction system. In Windows Phone Store, when you earn money, 30% of them stay in store. For marketing, for store development, etc., 70% will be on your account. But when you publish free app and have a third-party transaction system in your app, for example, your transaction system, or you buy some other transaction system, knowing Microsoft, 100% all cash that you earn from your money will be put on your money account. So if you don't want to pay us for store, you can have third-party transaction systems in your apps, and that's okay. We certified applications with such a thing. Certification. All apps that are in Windows Phone Store must be certificated. We've got 2-level certification. First level is automatic certification. We put your app into some app that find if there are any errors, etc., etc. The second part, the second level of certification is human being certification. There are some guys that look at your apps. They've got a book with points your apps must be okay with, and they're fine if it's okay. If it's not, they're back to you and write to you that something is wrong with your app and we can't certify it. They put a lot of attention during the certification on the UX of the app. So if your app is not responsive, or your app is not intuitive, or your app is not so pretty, it's a good way to not pass the certification. Okay, so the first option to distribute your app in the whole world is Windows Phone Store. The second option is Company Hub. What is Company Hub? If you have a company, for example, our company, yes, it's a Microsoft IT Company Hub. Sometimes you've got a lot of LOB, lot of business applications, and you don't want to put it public in the store, yes, or you don't want to put it outside your company. So you can distribute apps through Company Hub. Here's the model. Yes, you must have a special certification that you and you've got phones registered in your company. Yes, you can do it via Intune or System Center or systems like this. Then you've got certification. You've got server that distributed your apps inside the company, and that's okay. But all of those applications must be certificated by us too. So there is no way to have app distribution without app certification. It's a different certification that the consumer apps that you find in Windows Phone Store, but you must have certification too. So you put your LB applications to certification, and then it's back to you with special certificate that you can distribute through your hardware, to your hardware in your apps. Okay, that's all about apps distributions. We'll start developing for Windows Phone. First of all, you should have tools. There is a site, devwindowsphone.com, and it's a hub that you can find all of SDKs, all of tools, a lot of articles. You've got community. Here you can talk on forum, etc., etc. Windows Phone Dev Center looks like this. I'll show it live for a minute. And here we've got download DevTools. You can download all DevTools for free. All developer tools for Windows Phone are for free. When you download the SDK, you will find their SDK, of course, but also Visual Studio Express Edition. It's completely free, and you can develop paid applications with Express Edition too. So it's not for non-commercial use, it's for commercial use, of course, and you can use it for free. Of course, Expression Edition of Visual Studio, it's not the good choice for a company, but if you're a hobbyist or you want, or you have a one-person company, you can use Windows Visual Studio Express Edition. That's the first tool. The second tool, it's Blend for Visual Studio. Something we'll look in a minute. And you've got other tools I'll show you. I don't want to talk about it. System requirements. Very important, because if you want to develop application for Windows Phone, you should have Windows 8 on your desktop, on your computer. Second thing, to run Windows Phone emulator, you should have SLAT on your hardware. How to look if you have it or not. Most of processors, i3, i5, i7, etc., should have SLAT, but if you are not sure if you have it or not, you can go to this link and run an app core info with v parameter, and then if you have a star with supported Intel extended page tables, it's okay, you can run Windows Phone emulator. It's not, if not, sorry, you can develop apps, but you must have a real device to test them. Okay, programming models. There's many of models that you can use with developing application on Windows Phone. On the last presentation, it was the first presentation, I think, the Samsung presentation before me. My colleague said that on Windows Phone we don't have HTML5. It's not true. We can develop in HTML5 with JavaScript too. It's not native, but we can do it also. Okay, so three main pillars of the application. We can use manage on native or native, 100% native form of programming, and we have a lot of choices. Yes. If we are programming user interface, we can use XAML, or we can use DirectX, or we can use XAML and DirectX on the same app. In code behind, we can have Visual Basic, we can have C#, we can have C++, native, and that's okay. It's your choice. Yes, if you want to do it in your way. Yes, if you want to have I don't know, C# with XAML, with DirectX, and with C++ DLLs, you can do it, and that's okay. You can see here on this pillar managed Windows Phone 7 XNA plus C# to building games. You can still use XNA, but XNA is dead. So it's not a good choice to build games with this technology. Please use DirectX, or there's a open source project called Mono Games. It's something similar to XNA, and it works on Windows Phone 8 and Windows 8, so you can use Mono Games too for game development. Okay, let's see what we have on those managed pillar, the first one. We've got a lot of APIs. In Windows Phone 8, we've got all APIs, almost all APIs. from Windows Phone 7 and new ones like Wallet, Shared Media Task, and others. So you can use 100% managed .NET to build your Windows Phone apps. If you want to do some native codes, you can use Windows Phone Runtime Library. It's WinRT. WinPhone RT is a part of a full Windows 8 runtime library, and when you develop an application for Windows Phone and you use APIs from this group, your code is 100% portable from Windows 8 and Windows 4 without any changes. When you use those new APIs for Windows Phone, you can't use it on Windows 8. If you are, I don't want to say an old developer that are in love with COM, with Win32, you can use it to with your Windows Phone applications. Before live demo, few words about applications itself and about application lifecycle. App structure. All Windows Phone apps are based on pages, similar to web pages, and we've got a whole history with back, forward, and something as similar to a web browser. We can navigate through those pages. It's easy. We've got navigation service and method called navigate, and we can navigate from page to page. We can, of course, navigate back, and it's system-based, so we don't need to do any changes here. Just use navigate service, go back, and we go back to the back page. We can back with a hardware button, which is here, and it's for back too. It's navigation back bar. But sometimes when we have non-linear application and we don't want to have linear navigation from one page back to one page, we can override back key, hardware back key, and it's easy to. It's 3 line of codes, and you can do this. I will share those slides with you, so don't write it or something. Or if you want to make a screenshot, you can have one. We can, of course, passing data between pages. We can pass data through query strings, like in a web page. We can pass objects between pages, so those mechanisms are easy, and we can use it in our applications. App life cycles. There are a lot of rumors about multitasking in Windows Phone, about whole life cycle of application is Windows Phone. Is it run in background or not? I show you. When we run application, we're starting from the not running state. Then we're launching our application, and our state is running. I don't know if you notice it. It's collect the cats. When I first thought about it, I was pretty afraid of this app, but collect the cats are. We've got get new kitten. Okay. So the application is running, and then we can have a few actions. When user tap those back button, and we are at the beginning of the application, beginning of the navigation of the application, we have an event called application closing, and the application is closing. Yeah, we're exit from the application. But when the user tap those home button on search button, we're not closing the application. we are deactivating the application. What does it mean? That application is in dormant state. It's not active, it's not running, it's in dormant state. Our application is a part of memory, and when it's in dormant state, we don't have an access to Wi-Fi, to any other system things. We only have a bit of memory when our application is placed. From the dormant state, we can activate up, and it's in running state. Or if the application is in dormant state for a long time, or our system don't have enough memory or enough any other resources, our system can tombstone our application. And as you can see, we don't have any event that inform us that we are changing our state from dormant to tombstone. So when our application is deactivating, we must have in the back of our head that our application can be killed by system. What does it mean? We can of course check if we are raising our application from dormant or from tombstone, but from the developer point of view, we must save all the states of application to memory, because when we are tombstone or we are killed, when we rise again the application to running mode, we're going to have a new instance of application without data, without anything. So from developer point of view, it's something that we must remember. From consumer point of view, they don't know that that's a life cycle of application. Yes, they use their applications. They launch their application, use it. For example, games. Yeah, we play games. We've got some scores. Somebody called us. We answer the call, and the games rise again, and we continuing playing the game, and it looks like the application is running in the background, but it's not. From developer point of view, if we don't remember to save anything from application to isolated storage, for example, when a user play game and the call rises and they answer the call and they end the call, initialize application once again, they start from the beginning. So remember it. Live demo. It will be a live demo, okay? And there's for me, remember about Azure, because during the presentation I always forgot about showing you Azure mobile services. For me, if you don't notice that I show you mobile services, please shout that I should show you Azure mobile services. Okay. So I will switch to duplicate. I heard that you had a little party, yeah. The presenter before me told that there's some hangover here and something. No hangovers. Okay. If you want a medicine to hangover, I've got free beer for today's party. So it's here. If anybody want to have a free beer, it's here, because I am not allowed to be there. Okay. Live demo. Windows Phone Dev Center. I told you about the web page It's a web page. It's when you can download developer tools, SDK samples, etc., etc. You can submit your app to certification here too. When you have a developer account and you log into the page, you've got the dashboard here, and on dashboard you can see all your applications. I earn $0, so it's not good maybe, but you've got all information about your account, about taxes, about money accounts, about publisher name, etc., etc. You've got reports with downloads, in-app purchases, etc., and apps, as I said. And that's Dev Center with dashboard. It's a really nice page, and you should do a lot of things with this page. Okay, I told you that with Windows Phone SDK you will find a lot of tools. I show you 4 of them now. First tool, it's called Developer Windows Phone Developer Registration. When you want to test your app, you can do it, of course, on the emulator. But if you want to test it on the real device, you must have a developer device. You can deploy apps on any device. How to make a developer device from your Windows Phone device? You must connect it through USB and load those developer phone registration, log with your credentials, with your Windows Phone developer account credentials, click to register your phone, and now your phone is a developer phone. Yes, so easy way. It takes about 2 minutes to do it, and we have now a developer phone here. You can unblock up to 3 phones on one account. When I back to those Windows Phone Developer Center dashboard, in account I've got phones, and I've got 3 phones. What if I want to unblock another phone? Of what if I have a company and we must test our application on 200 phones, not 3 phones? Here's a very important link, support. Very, very important. I've got internet through telephone, so it's sometimes slow. And you've got a link to submit a support ticket. You can submit a support ticket and put a text then that you are a big company and you want to unblock up to, I don't know, 300 devices. Please let me do this. And the support, of course, increase those number of telephones from 3 to anything you want. So if you are a good business reason, it's of course possible to unlock more phones on one developer account. Okay, so that was one tool, Windows Phone Developer Registration. The second tool is Visual Studio. I show you Visual Studio Ultimate Preview 2013. I hope that it will run well. Okay, and let's do a new project. I hope that you see anything. Maybe. I don't know how to, but yeah, great. Thank you, Kasia. Great. Yeah. Okay. So we have a lot of templates with connecting to Windows Phone, I use Visual C#, but I can use C++, I can use JavaScript or other language or other technology. Let's choose C# Windows Phone, and we've got a lot of templates. We've got Panorama template, Pivot template, Direct 3D template, Unit Test template, etc., etc., HTML5 template, but let's do this with the basic template Windows Phone app. Our project is creating right now, and in a second we'll see the first Windows Phone app. Yeah. It's preview, but it's very nice preview. Okay, we've got first Windows Phone app. If we see it, if we take a look at the solution on the right side, we've got main page. I said you that all Windows Phone apps are based on pages, so we've got main page. That is that has I'll show you two files. We've got main page XAML and main page XAML CS. Main page XAML is something that we have here. It's a visual editor, and here we've got a code in XAML. XAML is a markup language similar to XML or HTML that we can use to make user interface, make binding between a user interface and data layer, so pretty nice. Okay, let's do something. We can add, for example, button here. Okay, now I have application with a great button. Of course, if I will add the button in code, it will appear on this visual editor. Let's add some code to this button. There, switch me to main page XAML CS file when we find the code behind in C#. So button click. Let's add some message box, show welcome. Okay, so it's our first, it's our first Windows Phone app. And what's to do next? We can, of course, test it on the phone, but I'll show you emulator. We can switch between different emulators with different resolutions, but with different memory too. We've got this one, yes, with half a gigabyte of RAM memory here. I'll choose this. We've got debug, start the emulator. And here the magic begins, because it starts Hyper-V and etc. It takes minute or two, but soon we'll see the whole Windows Phone system on the emulator and the application on the emulator. Okay, we've got system. You can test, or you can see all the system features on the emulator. So if you don't have Windows Phone, you can run emulator and play with this. Okay, we've got wow, first up, maybe some clapping or something, I don't know. Yeah, great. Okay, the first Windows Phone app, and applause, of course, yes. What we can do with the emulator? Of course, we can shake our emulator to test accelerometer and etc. Yes, so we can okay, shake it and do something like this. Okay, that's great. But we can test location with emulator. When you have, for example, some GPS application when you want to test to, you don't need to go to bicycle, for example, with your own bicycle and ride through your city. You can go to location tab and you can put the whole route here with speeds and something and play it, and then the emulator simulate GPS signal, and that's really nice. You can make a screenshot of your application. It's it is needed by a certification process, so pretty nice. You can of course change the orientation of telephone, you can zoom it, etc. But from Visual Studio you can load something called simulated dashboard. Simulated dashboard allows you to simulate, for example, network troubles. Yes, when we have an application that downloaded something from web service or something else, you can emulate here that, for example, we have a Wi-Fi connection, but the signal strength is really poor. Yes, I got apply, and now I've got simulation on the phone. We can lock our screen. Where's the emulator? Okay, here, and we've got a lock screen. We can trigger some reminder to see how our application is running with such events from system. Okay, so that's the emulator, pretty nice one. So it's Visual Studio, but with SDK we have another powerful tool. It's called Blend. Blend for Visual Studio. Yeah. Multi-touch in the emulator, yes, you can. Not on the base emulator, but we've got a project on Codeplex. When you install it on the emulator, you can emulate multi-touch. And when you want to test NFC, for example, touch two telephones, you can test it on the two emulators too. You can touch two emulators and it's emulate NFC communication. Yeah. Yes, because as in Windows 8 emulator, you have, maybe I'll show you. It will be the easiest way. Let's do another project, Windows 8 blank app, and run it into emulator. Yeah, preview, great. Please do not take shots right here. Yeah. I told you that we are DPE, so we are using the future tools, yes, so it's not public right now. That's why it's not working properly. Okay, once again, Windows Store. ReSharper, if you don't have ReSharper, install it. It's a very good tool. Visual Studio, creating project, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And not on local machine, but on simulator. Maybe in release. And start our first Windows 8 application. You can see it's easy, yeah, it's 2 seconds and we have Windows 8 application. Oh, why here? I don't want here. Stop. Simulator. Once again, okay. Yeah, and here we've got our Windows 8 emulator. And we have, now it's rising all my system on the emulator. So it's a copy of my system. You can, okay, and the app, yes, great. Okay, and here we've got tools. Now when I choose this one, it's basic touch, but when I have this one, for example, I've got 2 fingers, yes, and I can, if I will have 2 hands free, I can test some gesture here. So I've got rotation gestures, etc., etc., and the similar add-ons. It's for Windows Phone. Emulator. You can't emulate, for example, 6 fingers right now. It's up to 2, but on Codepex you can find some not supported add-ons to emulator that you can have up to 6 or 7 or 8 fingers on the screen. So yes, you can do that, and it's possible. Okay, bye. Oh, I got. Okay, so let's back to Blend. Let's do a new project with Blend. Windows Phone project. Okay. Blend, it's not a Photoshop, because there are a lot of people that think that it's our version of Photoshop. It's not. It's a tool that connecting Photoshop with Visual Studio. Yes, it's not a Photoshop. You can do user interface here, and it's pretty nice. I'll show you some things in Blend. I told you about those Photoshop, so we can import something from Photoshop, for example, from Adobe Illustrator. I've got ocean crop here, especially for you. Okay, we've got vector graphics with a really nice crop. When we try to do something with this, oh, it's not good. So we must do a little trick here. Just click on this crop. That is, you can see it's layers with paths. So we've got paths, vector graphics, yes, but when we right-click on it, and we've got here group into view box, and now we've got a normal picture that we can resize, use, animate. How to animate this crop? Window, workspace animation, do some animation, default transition. You can see a red color here. It's now recording everything I do on the screen. So let's have crop and put it here. Okay, and start recording. We've got objects and timelines, and you can see I have a keyframe here. Let the animation length will be 1 second, and then we've got animation. Yes, I can play it. It was easy. We can do a lot of things. Maybe add some easing function. Bounce. Yes, our crop will bounce. Yeah, it bounces. It's pretty nice. We can do 2D games here in Blend without any other tools. So we've got animation in Blend. What we can do in Blend? Bye crop. What we can do in Blend? We can do some data things here. Sometimes we have situation when we when we have a user interface from graphics, but we don't have those data layer, and how to test user interface without data. We can create fake data. How to create fake data? We've got data here, and we can create new sample data. We can import data from XML or create sample data from class that is a data class. We can create new sample data. Okay, let it be in whole project. I've got a collection with some properties. Let's choose string, but we need to have email addresses, for example. Where is email addresses? Email addresses. Okay, the second property, let it be not bool, but number. Okay, number length 10. Collection. I'll put it here. I need 2 hands. Okay, and now I have some fake data. I can bind it to any controls. Of course, if I don't want to have email addresses of numbers, I can put it anything I want to create fake data. In project, we've got sample data. It's a layer with data, with those fake data. When we choose not debug version, but release, and we have a release package of the application, the sample data will be deleted from the project, and so there is no possibility to give to your customer an application with fake data. So as you can see, Blend, it's not a Photoshop. Blend it's something that that can connect developer with designer. I show you import of Adobe Illustrator file, but you can import Adobe Photoshop file too. Just to show you, when I try to import it, I have all layers here. I can choose what layer I want to import. For example, this one. I choose OK, and I've got layer. Yes, I must do some resizing here, but it's pretty nice. Of course, Blend is connected with Visual Studio. So if I have an application, let's back to those great button application with message. So if I have an application in Visual Studio, well, it was Windows Phone 8, I think so. Maybe not. Okay, yes, it's our application. I can just click and open it with Blend. Open in Blend, and any changes that I done in Blend will be cast to Visual Studio. Okay, I've got our great app that show us a welcome message. How to make an package that we can put into certification. First of all, we'll start something called Windows Phone Application Analysis. Windows Phone Application Analysis is some kind of profiling tool. Let's start a session. Oh, emulator once again. Yes, it is. You remember about Azure? Yes? Okay. I remember it too. Okay, so now I've got application, but with profiling tools. Okay, I do this welcome message and end profiling session. They are collecting our data and analyze the log file. And we have the analysis of our application. We can use it, for example, here. Okay, there's some warnings. If there will be any errors or any red mark parts, we will have an explanation what should we do, what part of code is it's not the good one. We've got CPU usage here, app responsive, battery consumptions, and many other things. Memory usage, you can add some your monitors here, so pretty nice one. And when we are ready, when we pass this profiling thing, we've got here, where it is. We've got something here. Yes, store test kit. Store test kit is two-way certification kit, local certification kit. We've got some checklists that we must check to have a proper package, a Windows Phone package at the end. We've got some manual tests, and we've got some automated tests that should be run on our application. So you can do this from Visual Studio, and after doing all those tests, you've got a report. If the report is all red, all green, you can pass your package to the certification. And certification takes about 3-4 days. There are some cases that we uploaded applications, for example, at 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. The application was in store, but be careful, 3-4 days for certification. If there are no errors, is needed. Okay, so that was Visual Studio. We know how to do the package, etc. And I want to show you 3 more things. If you don't have a physical hardware, physical Windows Phone hardware, you can go to Nokia developer site, a really good site with a lot of materials, a lot of tutorials, etc. And we've got something called remote device access. It's not for free. Some part of these are for free, some are not. But here you can use real devices to test your apps. I don't know where the devices are. They are in Nokia labs, but you've got a direct access to this hardware with video access and all the things that you need to test the application. You can test on those hardware everything. The only thing that you can test is audio. So playing music, playing sound, not, but any other thing you can test on those devices. So if you've got situation that you got no Windows Phone devices, or you've got, for example, Lumia 9020 devices, but don't have Lumia 800, you can use it here. So Nokia developer remote device access, really nice one. Site called Windows Phone interoperability. If you are not a Windows Phone developer, but you're an Android developer or iPhone developer or BlackBerry developer, you can access Windows Phone interoperability site and read about differences between operating system, how to port your apps from Android from iPhone to Windows Phone, etc. There are some tools, for example, Windows Phone API mapping tool, when you can find, for example, we choose Android to Windows Phone 7. It's 7. It's not updated yet, but for example, we've got Android Gingerbread 2.3, and we've got API called Android API. I clicked context, methods, start activity, and we've got the similar API in Windows Phone here. So API mapping is a really good tool for you if you are Android or iPhone developer. The last thing, Windows Mobile Services. When you are developing app, you're using some services, for example, web services, cloud services, or other services. There are somewhere there. How to use it with Windows Phone. We've got mobile services on Azure. How to use it, I show you. It's really easy. I click new. I'll show virtual machine. If you want to have a virtual machine on Azure, you can click your virtual machine, and for example from gallery, and we've got virtual machine with Windows Server. Yes, I just click here and the virtual machine starts, but we've got also virtual machines with Linux on board. So if you want to, for example, have Ubuntu server on Azure virtual machines, you can have it from here. So it's really nice. There was an old joke about similarity of TP and Linux system. There's no Windows, no gates, and an Apache inside. But here we've got Linux with Windows, and it works. So we're not afraid of Linux and any other technologies. So virtual machines, mobile services. Give me a second. I'll show websites because we've got a gallery for websites, and I can, for example, blogs. Blogs. Come on, internet. Okay, I've got here some. Or chat WordPress, for example. When I click here and submit it, it starts for me WordPress blog, and it's accessible from any place in the world. But mobile services. Okay, how to use mobile services on Windows Phone. For example, we want to put some data from user to SQL database on Azure. I just click mobile services, but here's new mobile services, create. Let's test SmartDevCon. I can choose to create a free SQL database. I can create a connection to a new SQL database instance, or I can use existing SQL data. Okay, it's North Europe. Click here. Database. I must give you a password. Okay, and it's creating database connection. It's creating all the mobile service system. I can use it not only for pushing data to SQL Server table, but I can use it for push notification or any other things. All those things I show you are for free. So mobile services are for free for developers. Virtual machines not. So it's not so good, but mobile services are for free. There are some restrictions that you can't push your apps, one instance of the app, more than 500 times a day. If you send more pushes to the app, you must pay for it. But for most of developers, that's okay. Okay, we've got SmartDevCon, mobile web service, mobile service, and we can add, we can connect it to with an existing app, or we can generate a new app. And as you can see, we've got iOS here, we've got Android here, we've got HTML here, we've got Windows, so we've got Windows Phone. So choose Windows Phone and create a new Windows Phone app. I can do the similar thing with Android or iPhone. I've got Windows Phone, so create to-do item table. Create to-do item table. Okay, we've got to-do item table on our SQL server. Download app. Okay. Let's download it here. SmartDevCon. Extract. Come on. Okay. Here. And let's use it in Windows Phone, Visual Studio. Okay. Come on. Okay. So we've got our first Windows Mobile Service application. Let's deploy it to the emulator. We've got all the code here, the code that connect us with the service, the code that put the data into SQL database, and other things, so we can use it in our other projects. As I said, the similar situation with Android and iPhone. So, come on. I crossed my fingers for those emulator. And the app. Come on, we're waiting for the app. Yes, it's loading. Very nice loading. Okay, so we've got a simple interface. We can okay, I test, save. Okay, can do a refresh. Okay, I've got test here. When I back to this Windows Azure Mobile Service, I've got here data, and here's my to-do item. Okay, I've got one record in to-do item. Let's see it. Okay, it's test. So I've got my first app that put the data in the SQL database in the Azure cloud. So pretty nice and pretty easy. Okay, I've got 2 minutes. So to summarize, you have an access to all our developer tools for free. You don't need to pay for it. You have an access to Windows Phone Store developer account for free with MSDN, or if you're a student, if you want to pay for it, it's only $90. I show you Azure with iPhone, Android, and Windows Phone things. I show you Azure with Linux. Yes, if you want to use it, please. And if you use Windows Phone, your app and your idea will be the heart of the phone. Yes, it's my thought. So it's really nice. But being fair with you, I don't want to. I don't want you to go back here with that red dot, and I know that you're don't lose your Android and iPhone devices and buy Windows Phone and start to develop Windows Phone. But the only thing I want you to do is to try Windows Phone apps development. We've got 20% market share in Poland. We've got 10% market share in the UK, and so on. Windows Phone is growing rapidly, so download those tools and try to build an app on Windows Phone. Thank you. If you have any question, I will be here. Yeah. Yes. Yes, you can use Microsoft Ads right now. It's I know that 4 months ago it was impossible in Poland, but now as a Polish developer you can use Microsoft Ads too.
My second question is, when Windows Phone 8 was out, I seem to recall that I didn't have a device back then, so
Yeah.
I learned the hard way that I need to own a Windows 8 Pro just to be able to test the emulator, because at this time the hardware visualization was required. So I was unable to run the hypervisor, so I had to get a copy of Windows 8 Pro. And I remember that using that emulator, its networking support was absolutely horrible. I was unable to get any connectivity going out of the emulator to the outside world. So my question is, have there been any improvements to the emulator? Has anything changed recently?
You mean improvements from a Windows 8, Windows Phone 8 emulator to Windows Phone 9 emulator?
No, just upgrades.
Okay. I don't know because I don't know when the next emulator will be published. But if you have any problems with this emulator, because I use it since it is public, and I do a lot of things with internet connections, with network connections outside our company, and it works. So if you have any problems, please let me know via email, and I will help you, of course. Maybe you've got a specific case that will hit our chest and say that okay, it's not working, but maybe we can help you. So just let me know via email, and we'll try. Okay, you've got some service here. Please fill it and back it to Kasia. Please fill it good, because when you chose those not good, the presentation was not interesting and something else, we've got a job termination procedure. So please let me work for Microsoft. Oh, I've got something to give to you. It was the first question. No, it was the second question. The first question was there. You've got a question. You had a question, or your colleague, about emulator. Your colleague. So you've got. It's for you. But for the second question, we've got solar charger. Whoa, it's really nice, and it's without Microsoft logo. Yes, it's changed your mind. So please be free to fill the survey. Okay, so any other question? I can give you my water. Yeah. Not yet.
Why the possibility of HTML5 development isn't advertised? I haven't mentioned it
Yeah.
on my slide because I went to, I don't know, Microsoft. I closed the pages and I found these three frameworks: the managed, the green one, and the red one, and
Oh,
kind of HTML.
okay. Why? Because HTML5 and JavaScript, it's not native for Windows Phone. You can build application on it. Yes, as you can use PhoneGap or something else to build application for Windows Phone. That's why. In Windows 8, HTML5 and JavaScript is a native language, native technologies, and you can build native apps on Windows 8, but on Windows Phone you must use web browser control to run application, and that's the reason. But you can use JavaScript and HTML5 to make an app for it.
Just to make sure,
Yeah.
if you want to access the mobile platforms of Microsoft, you have to learn Windows Phone development, Windows 8 development on Windows 30, and Windows development on Windows 8 platform.
No, you must learn two platforms: Windows Phone and Windows 8.
So there's no distinction between Windows RT and Windows
No,
8?
no, no, no,
So
no.
Okay, so the capabilities of the tablets, say Surface or Surface Pro, from the developer perspective, the same.
Yes, if you have application on Windows 8 Store, it's available for any hardware with Windows 8 or Windows 8 RT. So it's not there's no different for you as a developer. Yeah.
One question from me. You said that when application is deactivated,
Yes.
you should ask if it's start closing. So I assume in that state it doesn't receive any response from the system, like new GPS data, new accumulated data. So when I minimize my application, it is cut off from all the data from it.
Yes, but thanks of God, we've got something called background tasks. And for any application, you can have background tasks that do those things for your application. For example, when we've got GPS navigation, yes, and someone drive a car, use your navigation, mobile calls, yes, and you receive the call. When the application has a background task, a GPS background task implemented, the data is instantly uploaded, yes, from GPS module from the telephone, and the application receives the data. So when you active it back, the data, the application has the newest data, the latest data you have from the GPS.
And how it is connected to the way you said if system requires more space for other applications,
Mhm.
it can kill the minimized app. So in that case, it kills only the deactivated part, or it kills all the app?
How to say that? Application and background tasks are different things. Background tasks are managed by part of system called scheduler, blah, blah, blah. And it is possible that Windows Phone system killed your app, but your background task still working, yeah? Or no, the situation when the background task is killed and the app is running, it's not possible. So you can have situation when your GPS app is killed, but background task is still working.
And that has any restrictions like the maximum size of
Yes, yes, there are a lot of restrictions. Why those background tasks, those life cycles? Maybe I'll tell you. Because Windows Phone system is for customer. Yes, it's not for mobile developers. Mobile developers or professional developers are 0.0001% of all humankind, yes, around the world. Other mobile users or computer users are not so smart, maybe I can say that, and they don't know how those devices are working. And they don't want, they just want to call, they just want to make your app started, or they use one app and then switch to other app. When we've got Windows Mobile system, maybe some of you remember Windows Mobile 6.5, for example. Yeah, it was a great system, really great system, open system. You can do anything on it. But we've got situation with customers when someone come to me with Windows Phone and said, "Wow, you know, Rafał, it's a really great system, but after hour or 2 hours of using it, it's completely irresponsible." Yes, it is irresponsible. When I want to make a call or something, I click that to call, and I wait 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and then the call wizard is rising. And I told him, "Oh, it's good. Yes, it's the way it runs. Yes." Because you've got a task manager, and you see you've got this task, those tasks, you've got application tasks, you can kill it, you can switch it, and when you kill all those tasks, your phone will will run fast. And he looked at me, yes.
It never have a button to close the application. You should go to the task manager and kill it. So it's not the guy's fault.
No, I.
System that doesn't have a close button.
Okay, but I thought I. Stop. I thought about mobile, Windows Mobile, not Windows Mobile Phone.
Close button, it has just a minimize button. I used Windows Mobile many years. The X button on the upper right corner
Yeah.
does not close the application, it minimizes.
Yes, it.
You have to go to the task
Okay.
manager and
Yes, that's okay. That's right. But I told two back. That's right. But you've got close button. Of course, it minimizes it, and you've got a process in the task monitor. Yes, and you know it. Yes, because you're a developer. You know it. But
close. The user clicks on X button. The app should close. So it's not the fault of the user that he was expecting the call to be made in less than 10 seconds.
yeah, that's why we've got Windows Phone right here, not Windows Mobile 7.0. Okay. Thank you for your feedback. Okay, and when you are a customer, typical customer, you don't want to remember about those tasks, about those cycles, about those processes, threads, and you just want to use those telephones, and you just want to make a call sometimes, not only apps and web browsing. And that's why we do a lot of things with those lifecycle, background tasks, etc. For normal users, for normal, not so educated users, to have a good, fast phone, and that's the reason of those background tasks, deactivated, dormant, tombstone, and so on. I can share with you materials, because we've got only hour and a half here. but the whole course from the beginning to the hero of Windows Phone app, it's about 5 days, 8 hours a day. So I can share with you the whole materials with demos, etc. When you can find everything about background tasks, life cycles, etc., etc. So if you want it, please mail me and I'll share it with you. Yes.
According to this background task, I understand that there is still a limitation to minimum interval of 30 minutes.
There is a limitation, but not with all background tasks. Some
GPS doesn't make sense.
yes, for example, for GPS, or for example, for music background task. Yes, when you have music that are playing background, it's ridiculous if you rise it every 30 minutes. Yes. Yes, but we have a mechanism that we can change it. So no, but we know how to make those background tasks with upload or download data to rise, not every half an hour, but yes, you can email me. Yeah.
Back on the plans of Windows Phone 7, I've seen from the code that there is an interface iApplication Lifetime Aware and there were application services. Are those features still present in Windows Phone 8 and are they present in Windows 8?
Once again.
Okay, back in the Windows Phone
Yeah.
7, you were able to create an application service which would live through the entire lifetime of the application. And it used this interface iApplication Lifetime Aware.
I don't know. I must check it. Okay. I'll check it for you, and when you email me, I'll give you whole information about it. Okay. Thank you. You've got question. The second question. Yes. Yes, you can check it. I showed it on the slide deck, so I can show it to you at the break. So yes, there is a way to check it if it's a tombstone or dormant. Yes, definitely. So thank you once again. See you soon, I hope. Thank you.